Okay, so recently I've been suggested a lot of topics to rant about, but I've declined a lot of them, mainly because I want to keep this series fresh and I want to make sure it's not ever forced. I was going to leave it for a few more weeks to do a new rant video, but there is one person in the community who's really been annoying me. I won't usually ever target one specific person in an entire video, but when you find out some of the stuff this guy has done, I think you'll agree that he needs to be called out. Enjoy. Some of my least favourite people in the community are the glorified hackers. I like Magosty because he actually does have talent as a programmer and a hacker. But since Magosty has been a presence in the community, we've had these horrible, unpleasant hacker types who think they are in V for Vendetta and have come to the community simply to cause trouble. People like Cyrillic and Zimnoir seem to get a platform for this as well. Geometry-Drama, everyone's favourite place to hear the letters GG mindlessly repeated for 5 to 7 minutes a week, run a section called Hacker News, and while sometimes it will contain something cool from Magosty or Absolute Gamer, it usually just gives a platform to the less skilled, more egotistical hackers. Unfortunately, these hackers are getting more and more common, and there has been one who has risen up recently and has gained several thousand subscribers by doing trashy, unclassy, and in some cases illegal things. Yes, today I'm going to be sharing with you the simple truth about the hacker Pavlukivan. Some of you may know who this guy is, so I'll be as brief as I can in the background.
I just wanna let you know, you're a stupid fucking cunt.
Pavlukivan is a hacker that idolises hackers and believes he is a hacker's god. I won't lie, this guy is capable of making some interesting hacks, and I don't really have a problem with this. But it is what he does with his hacks and how aggressive and egotistical he is that annoys me so much. He will hack a level and then get incredibly defensive when people try and call him out. In the beginning, Pavlukivan started with very basic generic hacker stuff, how to download copyright songs, how to do a jump hack. He also did a fair amount of clickbait videos as well with RobTob in the title. He got a small amount of attention from this, but he was still completely irrelevant. He'd been practicing some levels like Club Step, Theory of Everything 2, Problematic, Infinite Circles, very sort of easy demons. And this was 5 months ago, so I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say that there's something amiss about going from being unable to beat Club Step to being able to beat Sonic Wave Rebirth in under 3 months. In 2017, Pavlukivan was banned on the GD servers. I'm not sure what for, but he lost his leaderboard position and all the standard stuff banned accounts undergo. Of course, Pavlukivan made a huge noise about this and started hashtagging unban Pavlukivan as if anyone would give two shits about it. He wasn't getting any attention, however, so on March the 2nd, he claimed that he hacked RobTop out of revenge. Now, there are two main problems with this. The first is that he didn't hack RobTop, he simply obtained some leaked copies of some upcoming levels including Black Blizzard, Low Death and Blade of Justice. The second problem is that this was around the time of the big server hacking that caused Team N2 to disband, and one of the most famous hackings in this scandal was the hacking of Crazy Man 50, when all of Crazy's levels got leaked. Now, we know it wasn't Pavlukivan who did this, so basically what we have here is Pavlukivan being an opportunist. When Crazy's levels got leaked, he downloaded the copyables and claimed he was the one who hacked the server. Bearing in mind he didn't actually do any hacking or anything towards RobTop. Yeah mate, there's some great revenge you've got going on there. I became aware of Pavlukivan after this, but I decided to simply ignore him. This is simply some 11-year-old idiot who thinks he's the shit because he's got Eclipse IDE on his PC. So I just ignored him, and then he raced to 1,000 subscribers, which kind of pissed me off. He then created his own auto-clicker called the GD bot, which is apparently a better version of Pizza Root's TAS. The thing that Aurorus accused Sonic of when he beat Sonic Wave. Now, I usually would be okay with this because that's a well-crafted game enhancement tool, and if it's proposed legitimately, it can be quite interesting. But this one just doesn't work. He spent ages programming this bot, and it couldn't even get a third of the way through Sakup in Hell, which doesn't have much hard gameplay to work with. But what happened after this is where I started to get triggered. Basically, in late April, Pavlukivan managed to get his bot working, and managed to program it to start beating hard levels. And so, he decided to start hacking extreme demons and began playing it off as if he'd actually beaten them legitimately. He instantly became one of the most cringeworthy son of a bitches I've ever seen, and he also managed to get himself some more leaked copies of upcoming levels, and this is where his ego spiraled out of control and he began being an absolute dickhead.
You're a stupid piece of shit, you're a stupid fucking bitch.
Pavlukivan has an unhealthy obsession with Sonic Wave, mainly because it gets a lot of views. During the time I was ignoring him, he claimed to have beaten Sonic Wave, and funnily enough, it was his third demon. Yeah, because that's the route you take. You know, you start with Clubstep as your first demon, then the Nightmare, then you beat Sonic Wave. It makes perfect sense. I said before that he got himself some more copyables. Well, the first two he chose were Sonic Wave Rebirth and Sonic Wave Infinity. He uploaded a video called Sonic Wave Rebirth Verified Live with clicks. And, well, me. It's so obviously hacked, it's unbelievable. Luckily, not many people believed him. However, there is a more underlying issue here. Basically, the reason Sonic Wave Rebirth has never gone to anyone besides Mifui is because Mifui decided to dedicate the level to his deceased grandfather. Now, I'm not going to say that a GD level is the best tribute to a dead relative, but if Mifui can find his peace over the loss of a family member by dedicating his to-be hardest achievement to him, then fair enough. By that logic, also, it shouldn't be allowed to go to anyone else. So not only is Pavlukivan blatantly hacking and stealing a level and being a general dickhead here, but he's also shoving a middle finger up to a dead man and his grieving grandson. I'm not entirely sure if Pavlukivan knows he's doing this, but he knows he's being an idiot. After being roasted for this, he did two things. The first was to be rude and aggressive towards people who accused him, and the second was to play this off as a joke and a prank. And let's be real here, that is the retard's way out of an argument in this community. If you do something stupid and get roasted, you can play it off as a joke and you're all set really. Anyway, one day later, so again not obvious at all, he claims to have beaten the full extended version of Sonic Wave Infinity. You know, that demon that was cancelled and abridged because it's virtually impossible. Well, Pavlukivan beat this as his 5th demon. Good job. He's done problematic and infinite circles, and he's gone all the way to extended super buff Sonic Wave Infinity. Yeah, nice job, man. They'll never notice. He also dubbed Mifui's reaction onto his hacked 89% fail, and I mean, just listen to this.
No! No!
I mean, just, for sake.
Go ahead and run your mouth, pussy, I don't give a fuck.
So after somehow still being under the illusion that people actually believed he'd verified these 2 levels, he disappeared up his own arse even further and started to make some really shit content. The first example of his shit content is his daily Sonic Wave series. This is basically, he just uploads a very slightly different copy of Sonic Wave every day. Still hacked, and he still tries to maintain it's legit. This basically is just to get Sonic Wave views, but he also says that him beating Sonic Wave on the daily somehow entitles him to more fame ahead of other GD YouTubers. He also did one of those really annoying but every click is videos, and I mean, if you do one of those videos, even if it's ironically or unironically, you need to rethink your channel and your content anyway, because they're just shit. After this, he started uploading a load of Silent Circles progress videos. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure he's embracing the fact that he's a hacker, but he's basically hacked this nerf version of Silent Circles. And he made 9 f***ing videos about it. 9! On top of that, these were all monetized. Jesus Christ, I can't even listen to these f***ing G major versions of levels. After this, he started doing Silent Clubstep progress videos, claiming that he had hacked before but was legit now. Yet another flawlessly executed plan to deceive the community. I mean, I don't even know why I'm calling him a hacker. There's clearly nothing to see here. He's just beating Silent Clubstep, he's turned over a new leaf. What a guy. Well done, Pavlukivan.
Get the fuck up off my dick. Get the fuck up off my dick.
After this, he went back to hacking rated levels and claiming to be legit, and he uploaded a video called Subsonic 100%, second person in the world. Again, with these retarded out of sync clicks, he adds. The video is ass quality as well, like you could barely see anything. But the thing is, look at this like ratio. People actually believed him. What is wrong with this community? Why do people actually believe him? Ugh, just look at the comments. I can't do. So, following Subsonic, Low Death became his next victim, and I'll cut to the chase. He basically claimed he'd verified Low Death legitimately, live on 60Hz. Now, across his fake 99% fail video and his completion video, he gained 115,000 views, and I mean, that's shameful. On top of this, he also attacked people and started getting defensive in the comments. This is really agonising to watch, and what's worse is that he hit 2,000 subscribers after this as well. I actually really hate this game. After Low Death, he set out to beat a new level, while making about 10 monetised videos in the progress along the way. And he chose, oh no, for sake, exasperation. Oh, people, I thought we were over this shit. Ugh. Yeah, so basically he started leeching off the exasperation hype and he hacked to get to 22% and he got himself 50,000 views. This is a prime example of us giving far too much of a platform to someone like him.
Please end your fucking life, please end your fucking life.
Okay, so there's one more thing I want to cover. Basically, a few weeks ago, Pavlukivan doxed RobTop, and you're probably thinking, oh well, that's happened loads of times before, Mika's done that. Well, not only this, but he also doxed RobTop's brother, his wife, and loads of members of his family. This wasn't simply just searching RobTop's name on Facebook either, this was legitimate stalking. He viewed the HTML source code to find a friend of RobTop's, then searched through his friends. When he found RobTop's account, he also showed his brother's Facebook and some of their posts. If this doesn't make you hate this guy, I don't know what will. And the worst part was, when he was called out about it, he just, again, played it off as a joke. I mean, doxing is illegal. I don't get why this guy feels so entitled and thinks he's all that for doing this stuff. Now, you have to add some context to this. Pavlukivan is just a kid that doesn't really know the implications of what he's doing, right? Wrong. Pavlukivan is 16 years old. He's only 3 years younger than me, if that, and he's about the same age as Tosh Deluxe. He is more than capable of knowing right from wrong, especially with the doxing thing, and this whole charade could be forgiven if he was an actual child, maybe 13 at oldest. But this guy is not too far off being a grown man, and he's doing this sort of stuff. I'm not just talking about the doxing, I'm talking about all of it. The hacking, the pretending to be the legit, the level thievery, everything. I really hate hackers in this community largely, but this guy takes the grand prize. When he's not stealing levels that don't belong to him, or abusing people for calling him out, he's hacking very obviously and doxing people. I just don't understand why a 16-year-old would spend his time doing that. And yeah, I guess you could ask the same of me. Why is a 19-year-old investing so much time in a 2D game YouTube? Well, to be honest, look at people like me, Merg and Eric Van Wilderman, all fairly grown up and independent people who make a living from a productive hobby we have. This doesn't even compare to Pavlukivan, who is essentially going out of his way to haul views, make money and trigger people. I don't get what inspires people to be like this. Pavlukivan, if you're watching this, just admit to hacking. Look at channels like Luqualizer and Electro Mario. They hack levels openly and people are okay with it because they're open about it. You could use your channel to advertise your GD bot as well or something. I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing if you're open about it. It's quite impressive. I mean, you coded it. You should get some commendament for that. But just using what you've made to be an absolute dickhead. You just really don't have to be this much of an arsehole your whole life. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, and if you could subscribe, it would really help me out. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you all soon.